Okay, you are going to work with ACT and start your calling from ACT. Okay, so this is ACT. When you click on it, it opens this one. Then based on the ACT that I'm asking you to open it and start calling from, you should open the ACT. This shows which ACT it is. It says top uniforms. Top uniform ACT is according to all schools that we have, the database for all of our schools. We have different types of ACTs. Wait a minute, because that's not working. And you cannot use it in your own computers. You should connect to the remote server and then you can use it, okay? So connect to the remote server, then find the ACT. If it's not in your desktop, you should find it among your programs. I have it here, but if it wasn't here, you should just go to your list of programs and find it, okay? So if you click on it, you should click OK, again OK, then it will open it. Then, based on the ACT that I said, you will open the database. Here it says ACT. It's H drive. So click on ACT. There are different kinds of database that we are using. But if I told you that you need to call schools, you need to use top uniforms. If I ask you to work on clubs, it's a sport club ACT database, okay? So right now you are calling schools, and Hollis wants you to work on calling schools through ACT. So we work on this ACT. So you click on this. I'll give you username and password. Each one has its own username and password. You shouldn't share it with anyone, okay? Because anything that happens to that ACT shows which user worked on that. So if there is any problem or if there is any mistake with your own username and password, you are responsible for that, even if you gave it to someone else and they worked on that, okay? So be careful about your username and password. When you enter your username and password, this is the page that you can see. Here there are different categories that we only use: contacts and groups, okay? For example, if I click contacts, then you can have view all contacts. So when I click on that, it will show you how many data do we have here. It's 29,000 data in this ACT database, okay? You will use this one mainly for creating groups or something like that. But right now, the thing that you will use for the beginning is the groups that we already have, okay? When you click on groups, you can see the list of all groups that we have. For schools, this is the groups that we work on. All the schools in Canada, then all the schools 2017. This is the updated version of all the schools that we have, okay? So for now, forget about the rest of groups, just all schools in Canada, then all schools 2017. It's divided, yeah. Exactly. And anytime that I want to ask you to do something, I will tell you which group you will work on, okay? So this is all schools 2017, which is divided to high school, K to 6 and K to 8. Okay, so after that we will have different, wait a minute, من زنگ زنم توی کشوی تخت یا جلوییه یا اون آخریه دیگه. آره ولی جلوییه به نظرم. Sorry. So we go to high school once, then view contacts within groups. It will show you all of the contacts inside this group. This is the list view. Okay, we have detailed view as well. If you go to detail view, you have different options here. We mainly work on Scott layout, which has most of the information. This is the total information that we have, okay? But for now, I want to show you this list view because you will work in list view, which will be easier for you to work on. Based on what you want to do, you need to customize these columns. Okay, if you click on options, customize column, you can see that we have list of columns here and we have a lot of columns here. These ones are those that you can see exactly here. Okay, if you want to remove one of them, you just click, do that, or you just double click. Okay, and if you want to remove, yeah, if you double click it will automatically remove, but if you click one and then click this, it will remove it. Okay, it will put it back into available fields. Or if you click on this, it will remove all. You want to sort it based on what you are doing. For example, you want to call high schools and you want to find high schools in Ontario, and then you want to find the, for example, badminton coaches. Okay, so what do you need? The first thing that you need is the school's name, for example, so it's company. Then you need the phone number. Then you need to know the province, because I told you to work on, for example, Ontario ones. Then I asked you for example, the schools from the highest number of students to the lowest ones. So we work on number of students as well. Then you want to work on badminton. So we search badminton and badminton emails. Okay. And then you want to write something as your action, as your result. Okay. So we have a result column. You just click on that and then click OK. You can see that it changed everything based on the columns that we already selected. Exactly. And now you have it, okay? You know how to work with Excel. If you click on Excel, you can filter it based on A to Z or Z to A, right? So if I click on any of this, if I go to the top, you can see that it starts from A to the end, which is Y or Z, okay? And if I click it again, it will reverse it. It will start from Z to A, okay? Then, for example, I ask you to work on just Ontario ones. You just sort the province, okay? Then scroll down to Ontario ones. Wait a minute. Okay, you scroll down to go to Ontario. Let's start from here, okay? You click on the first one, just one click. You scroll down to the end of Ontario. Which is here. You just click Shift and then click. So all of them are selected. Shift and click. Then you can see here, look up selected. So when you select that one, it will go to another view which shows just Ontario one. So how many files do we have here? Exactly. Now, between these files, between these 683, we just can call those ones that have the phone number, right? So we sort the phone number. We go to the end. So all of them have phone number, so that's good. Now we sort the company. You can see the first one is closed. So we just click on that, then omit selected. You don't delete anything, just omit it from your view. Okay? So we have 682 and we want to start calling. So we want to start from the highest number of students. So we click on this, and as we want to work on the highest one, so we again click, so it's sorted from the highest to the lowest. Okay? Then we start calling. The only thing that you should do is click on edit mode. Okay? Then click on this, select it, the phone number that you want to call, copy that, and go to your Ring Central and just paste the number there and call. Okay? When you call, for example, you can see here, the name of the badminton coach is here. The only thing that you should do is ask, okay, you are calling from, for example, Top Uniforms. You just want to confirm that if John Morelli is still the badminton coach or not. If they said yes, that's fine. Thank you, all done. If it's not John Morelli, you need to ask for the new coach. Yeah. And then you just need to update it here. You just type the name of the person here. Any new coach that you have. Don't put anything like voicemail or anything like that here. Okay? You just need to put it here in your result. Like this. They confirmed this, so confirmed. It was the voicemail, just put the voicemail. Okay? Anything like that. if mainly they don't answer you about the email addresses, okay? But if they look so friendly that they replied your question, your first question, and you know that, for example, they said that, yeah, John Morelli is our badminton coach, you can confirm the email as well, okay? But it depends on the mood of the person that you are talking to. If they just give you the name, but remember, if they said, for example, Mr. Morelli, it's not acceptable. We cannot use it at all. It should be first name and last name. And if you don't know the spelling, just check it for being sure that it's correct. Okay? Because, for example, if you write something, for example, they said that it's Greg, okay? Is it really Greg or it's Gregory? You know what I'm saying? The short name or the full name is really Greg. You should check it for being sure that the name is exactly correct, so that then we can use it for making emails ourselves. We don't really need their confirmation for the emails. Okay? And when you're done, you just exit it from the edit mode. Then everything will be saved. You don't need to do anything. Everything is fine? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So all the time you are in the edit mode. Okay? Till you are done completely. Because you are clicking here, copying this, putting in your RingCentral, and then you continue, is it this Saint More something? And then you said that badminton coach is this one. If it's yes, so you just confirm that, put the result, and if not, you just click here, update it with the new one, okay? And then put here, updated, okay? Something like that, okay? So that if it's confirmed, it means that we already have that name in our system. But if it's updated, it means that it was wrong, or you added something, or you, for example, it says John, but it says it's Jonathan, for example, okay? So you updated anything. Or if it's voicemail, it's just voicemail. If they said no team, just put no team. But don't put it here, okay? You just put it as a result. Is everything clear? Okay. Now, I want to show you how to work on, I told you how to prepare the file, right? But I want to change it in a way that you have the group. So in the case that I didn't give you the group, you can prepare it. For doing that, we go to group, then we go to the group that we already have, Canada, All School 2017, and now we want to work on high schools, okay? Then, because you are calling different provinces in different times, right? Okay, so the thing is, you just right click on this, new subgroup, okay? In the main one, in the high school one, just new subgroup. Then in the group, you mention provinces, and then you just click anywhere and click yes. Okay, so under high school now we have provinces, right? Now you need another subgroup, but this time under provinces. So for example, we need Ontario. Just click yes. So you can see that we have high school, then we have provinces, then we have Ontario, right? Now we need to add another province. Right click, again, new subgroup. For example, BC. Click. Okay. We need another one. AB. Okay. What else you are calling? Okay, so MB. What else? Really, you are calling Saskatchewan? Okay, so for example, these are the provinces that you want to call. Okay, so we go to high school. Again, view contact within group. Then again, we sort it. Then we select AB, just the first one. Scroll down to the end. And then what should I keep? Shift and then click. Now I right click, add contact to group. Now we should find the file that we created. So it's all schools in Canada, all schools 2017, high school, then provinces, then AB, and click OK. Now BC, click on BC, scroll down, to the end of BC. Again, right click, add contact to group, then scroll down again, scroll down all Canada, 2017, high school, provinces, now BC. Now MB. This is the way that we make group based on what we want. For example, this time is provinces, but if we want to do it based on, for example, phone numbers, then we can add another groups inside that province and then selected all the phone numbers and make the group for those ones. So sorting is based on what we need. Then Ontario ones. Right click, add contact to group. And the next one is Saskatchewan. So The only thing is never delete anything. If you delete anything, it will delete completely from the database. Okay? So we grouped it. It's not deleting. You just click it and just click delete on your keyboard. But you shouldn't do that at all. So now we come back to our group. So all schools in Canada, all schools 2017, high schools, and province. If I click on AB, you can see number of schools. How many are there here? You just click here and put the number here and just click. Okay, so it changes AB to 458. So we can realize how many data do we have here. Okay, for BC, how many are they? Yeah. For MB, Ontario, and for Saskatchewan. Okay, so since now on, for your calling purposes, as long as it's high school, you just work on this file. Okay, then right now, for example, you are both calling to, for example, Ontario ones, right? Because of the time. So you just click Ontario, then view contacts within group, then sorted based on what you need. So company, phone, province, you don't need province anymore because it's Ontario, for example, right? But having it, yeah, but as long as it's here, we don't care. But if you want to remove it, just click here, province, remove. Okay, so we don't have province anymore. Okay, then you can divide it based on what you want to call, which is number of students. I want you to start calling from the highest number to the lowest one. Okay, and as you both work on the same time on this file, is there anyone else who can help you for calling, or you are just two? Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, anyway, you can start calling, but you need to divide this file into two. Okay, so it's 683. So if we divide 683 divided by 2, it's 341 per person, almost. Okay, so for example, right now, if I go to group for Ontario one that we had, we can make it group 1 and group 2, so that one of you guys work on that and the other guy is working on the other one. So for example, this one, I need to add a new subgroup, yeah, like color 1 and color 2. Okay, now I can show you something else. Here instead of going back to view contact within group, I can do it from here as well. But in this case, I cannot realize how many I put in each of you. For example, I can select it from here to here, and then right click, group membership, add to group or something, but I cannot realize how many I put here. So we do it again into view contact within group, and we said that how many we need for each. Okay, so we scroll down, because any place that I click, you can see the row 65, right? I will go to find 341, for example. The first one, 340. Wait a minute, because I saw something here like closed. So this one is closed. So we don't need this. Now we can continue. So we need 341 exactly. 341. Okay, I found this one. So I click this. I scroll up. Shift click. Then right click, add contact to group, then find the group, high school, province, Ontario, color 1, for example. Okay, then I scroll down to the one that I selected. Now the other one, to the end, right click, add contact to group, again school in Canada, 2017, high school, province, Ontario, color 2. If I go back to group, and if I find it, high school, province, Ontario, color 1 is 341, and color 2 is 341. Okay, so each of you just click view contact within group, then sort based on number of students, from highest to the lowest, and then start calling. Okay, but you finish track. Yes, did you finish track and field coaches? Okay, so you should for Ontario is finished or not? Okay, so you need to call track and field for now, but there's something. For example, we have basketball. Okay, for the basketball, when you search basketball, you can see here we have basketball, boys junior, boys senior, basketball female, girls junior, and girls senior, and male. Okay, so the time that you want to call, you need to have all of these columns available in your file. Okay, so for example, I remove badminton for now. I insert basketball. So for basketball, we have basketball, basketball boys junior, senior, female, girls junior, girls senior, and male. Okay, so if I click OK, I'll have all of them. Okay, so the time that you want to confirm anything, you should ask that is for example Sam Lucas your basketball boys junior or not. Okay, or if they are the same or anything like that, you need to fix it. So in edit mode you will do that. Okay, so based on the sport that you are calling, you should select all of the fields for that sport. Okay, when you click here, for example, tell me another sport. You know track and field is just track and field. Yeah, so we just click volleyball. We find volleyball. You can see here we have volleyball, boys junior, boys senior, girls junior, girls senior. That's it. Okay, so when you find it here, be careful that how many coaches do we have for them, and select all and then start calling. Okay, so right now you can start calling, and I'll give you both one username and password so that you can start calling right now. Ontario for track and field. Okay, do you have any other question? Okay, so don't when okay, just don't forget that whenever you are done with calling or anything and you don't want to do anything, just uncheck it so that it saves everything. Okay, okay, do you have any question? Okay, just one thing, let me see if it will show you or not. Edit date. Let me remove this one. You want track and field, but it might not save it, but anyway, track and field and edit date. Okay, let me check something. If I change this, okay, now yes, oh, it doesn't show it right now, so that's fine. Okay, you can start calling. I'll give you your username and password in a few minutes. Okay.